Today we're diving into one of the most surprising and potentially game-changing findings in upstream pipeline integrity management: the unexpected and often detrimental interaction between batch corrosion inhibitors and settled solids in pipelines. For decades, batch inhibition has been a cornerstone of internal corrosion mitigation. It's trusted, it's widespread, and it's built into the operating DNA of oil and gas producers across the Western Canadian Sedimentary Basin. But what if I told you that in some cases, that very inhibitor might be making things worse? Let's set the stage. Traditionally, corrosion in upstream gathering pipelines has been linked to under-deposit corrosion, solids that settle out during transient flow events, especially after restarts or slugging episodes. These solids create dead zones along the pipe wall, trapping water, bacteria, and other corrosive species. The result? Localized, accelerated corrosion. We've known about that for years. What's new, and what we're talking about today, is a second, far more aggressive corrosion mechanism that's recently emerged in pipelines like those in the Leduc-Woodbend well field. Here's what field data is showing us. In regions where batch inhibitors were being applied regularly, especially following slug flow or restart events, we found localized corrosion rates not just 25 times higher than baseline, but in some areas 250 times higher than the corrosion rate associated with normally produced fluids. That's not just an uptick. That's a shift from manageable damage to structural failure in a matter of weeks. So what's going on? The answer lies in the physical and chemical interaction between corrosion inhibitors and the solids themselves. Batch inhibitors are designed to adsorb onto the internal pipe wall, creating a protective barrier. But when solids are present, especially sludge, biofilm, or mineral fines, the inhibitor instead binds to the solid surface, not the pipe. That's where the real damage begins. The solids now act like chemical sponges, soaking up the inhibitor and forming sticky boundary layers that trap corrosive agents like water, CO2, H2S, and iron-reducing bacteria right against the steel. Instead of protecting the pipe, the inhibitor-solid complex creates a microenvironment that accelerates corrosion, not prevents it. This discovery reframes how we think about risk. We used to believe that as long as we were applying inhibitors, we were covered. But that's no longer true. In pipelines with settled solids or legacy pitting damage, batch inhibition alone may worsen the problem, not solve it. And it explains why failures continue to occur in pipelines that are actively treated. It also explains why some operators in the WCSB have seen complete turnarounds, not when they added more chemical, but when they focused on solids control instead. Regions that implemented pigging protocols, triggered by surge flow thresholds, eliminated failures and cut chemical usage by more than half. This is where the opportunity lies. By understanding the true root cause, not just corrosion, but the chemical interactions that make it worse, we unlock a better path forward, a path that prioritizes solids removal, flow-aware operations, and smarter, more targeted chemical use. That's how we restore control. That's how we break the cycle of failure. So if you're an operator, engineer, or integrity manager in the WCSB, this is your moment. This isn't just another technical update. This is a shift in the corrosion threat model that could redefine how we manage risk and performance. Let's stop fighting the wrong enemy. Let's stop assuming chemistry alone can do the job. The solution starts when we align mitigation with field reality. Thanks for tuning in. If this episode hit home, share it with your team, because this one insight could change everything.